Hello everyone. Now we will be doing transformation of sentences. But before we start transforming sentences, let us first understand what kind of sentences are present. Firstly, we have a simple sentence, a compound sentence, and next we have a complex sentence. So, you might be thinking that, okay, we speak so many sentences in a day, why do we have to classify them, right? But you will understand in a while that in simple sentences you will see that there is just one verb, one subject, and you would see that there is just one thing that is happening, right? But as we move on to compound and complex sentences, the things that are happening in one sentence, they increase. It is as if multiple sentences have been put together. So let us first try to understand the definitions and the examples. So firstly, we have a simple sentence which has an independent clause and contains a subject and a verb, okay, and it does not have any dependent clause or any other simple sentence, right? It's just one sentence and independent clause with one subject and a verb and no dependent form or another sentence which depends on it. So example is, the cat drank all the milk in the bowl. This is a simple sentence. Next is a compound sentence. So these are basically, when we join two or more simple sentences, we obtain a compound sentence. Now let us see what are the features of a compound sentence. Firstly, a comma can be used following by conjunctions. Conjunctions are also connectors such as and, or, nor, and such other words which connect sentences. These are also known as conjunctions, right? So example can be, the dog barked and the cat howled. Next, a semicolon. Semicolon, the dog barked, the cat howled. A semicolon has been used here. A comma, right? But this is when two sentences are being treated separately. So the dog barked, the cat howled, and the rabbit chewed, right? So we have here put together three sentences, and that's why we have used comma and then we have used a conjunction as well. Next is a complex sentence. So this is a combination of independent sentences and then there is a dependent sentence, right? So let us see the examples. The dog that was in the street howled loudly, right? So when we say the dog howled loudly, so this sentence is actually a dependent sentence on the first sentence. So this might have been two sentences such as, the dog was in the street, the dog howled loudly, right? So this has been put together. One is an independent sentence and next is a dependent sentence, and whenever we have an independent and dependent relationship, then we have a complex sentence. So the dog that was in the street howled loudly. Let us look at two more examples. A student who works hard would always secure high grades in the examination. After the teacher left, the students had fun in the class. Okay, now let's move on to the transformation of these sentences. Simple sentences can be transformed into compound and complex, compound into simple and complex into simple and compound sentences. So let us first look at the conversions of simple sentence. How are simple sentences converted into compound sentences? So for this, if you are given two simple sentences and you have to combine them and make one compound sentence, you use conjunctions. As we already discussed, conjunctions are basically connector words like and, or, neither, nor, for, before, after. These are all conjunctions and can be used to convert simple to compound sentences, right? Like we just saw the sentence, the dog barked, the cat yowled. So they can be put together and made into one compound sentence such as, the dog barked and the cat yowled. So and has been used here. Next, simple to complex. So we can change the independent clause of one into dependent clause. As we know that in complex sentence we need one or more independent clauses and we need a dependent clause. So one of the independent clauses can be changed into the dependent clause, right? So and when we join them using a conjunction, then we obtain a complex sentence. Let us look at the example. The two simple sentences that have been given to us are, the boy woke up, he heard the noise, right? So the second sentence we actually see is actually a continuation of the first independent clause. So here in simple form, They are however written as independent sentences, but when we put them together in complex form, we make the second sentence as the dependent clause. So, after hearing the noise, the boy woke up. So, after a conjunction has been used and the second sentence has been made into the dependent clause. Now, let us look at the transformations of the compound sentence. First, compound to simple. So, basically we see that in the compound sentence some conjunction has been used to put together two independent sentences, right. So, when we remove that conjunction, then we would obtain two separate independent sentences. Now, let us look at the example, the compound sentence. He got up and started studying. So, and is the conjunction that has been used, and when we take the two simple sentences, we say getting up he started studying. So, here no conjunction has been used, or you could have also said that he got up full stop, he started studying full stop, right. So, these could have been the two simple sentences as well. Next we have compound to complex sentence. So, in this let us read, remove the conjunction and using other conjunctions suitable to the context. So, what you do here is you remove the simple conjunction and the normal connector words, and rather you replace it with some other word or other phrase or conjunction in which we can show the dependency of the other clause to the first clause, right. Let us see the example. So, this is the compound sentence, search her purse and you will find the stolen watch. So, we can see, we can figure out that there are two sentences and they have been joined using and, right, but the dependency of the two sentences is not very clear. To make it more clear for converting into complex sentence, what we do is we use if. So, if you search her purse, you will find the stolen watch. Now, we see that the two sentences are not so easily separable, right. So, if you search her purse, you will find the watch. So, the dependency becomes more clear. Next, the complex sentence is, he wished to become a scientist, he studied very hard. So, a semicolon has been used here as it is a compound sentence. You can make this into a complex sentence by, he studied very hard to become a scientist, right. So, what you have done here, you have replaced a number of words with one word. So, he wished to become a scientist, he studied very hard, they have just played with the words a little, right, and he is written, he studied very hard to become a scientist. Next, we will see the transformations of a complex sentence. So, how do we convert a complex sentence into a simple sentence? Basically, what we do is we change dependent clauses to a word or phrase. Now, as we already discussed, there would be one clause that would be independent and there would be another dependent clause. So, what do you do with the dependent clause is that you make it brief, you make it shorter, right, and make it into one word or one phrase that can easily be managed to go for a simple sentence. Let us look at the examples. He told that he was innocent. So, he told he was innocent, two different sentences in complex form, he told that he was innocent. So, when we make this into simple sentence, we say, we make he told that as declared. So, he declared his innocence, sorry, right. So, he told that becomes declared, he was innocent becomes his innocence. So, he declared his innocence. Next, when the thief saw the police, he ran away. This is the complex sentence, right. So, when the thief saw the police, then he ran away. So, this is a complex sentence and has dependency. So, when the thief saw police becomes on seeing the police, he ran away becomes the thief ran away, simple. So, the dependent clause, we change the dependent clause in a manner that it becomes it fits easily into the simple sentence. So, on seeing the police, the thief ran away. Next is the complex to compound. So, we replace the subordinate clause with the coordinate clause using conjunction. So, subordinate clause is the clause that is dependent. So, let's read the sentence. As soon as the bell rang, we rushed to our classes. So as soon as the bell rang is the subordinate clause, we rushed to our classes is the coordinate clause. So we need to join these two using a conjunction or a connector word, and then the complex sentence would be converted to a compound sentence. So we see the sentence in complex form is, as soon as the bell rang, we rushed to our classes, and in compound form it becomes, the bell rang and we rushed to our classes. So and has been used here, right? So these were all the sorts of transformations of sentences.